All right. Let's see. Hey, motherfucker. There we go. Let's turn that a little bit more. Turn that a little bit more. Hi, John. You jumped in here fast. I like just fired up my stream. Oh, well, thanks, John. I appreciate that. I just posted a new short too. I don't know if that popped up for you. I've been busy on the YouTubes tonight. Where the hell did I put the remote? There it is. Oh, what if I'm a clean gun-loving human? Hey, what's up, below? Nice to see you in here. You and I talk all the time, but I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think you've ever popped into one of my streams. Oh shit, really? Fuck. Thanks. That's like retarded, by the way. Really is. I was just gonna put a war movie on in the background. Guess you guys will just have to stick with looking at my stupid logo. Hmm. So how's your YouTube journey going anyway? Utah, been trying to, well, I mean, I watch a lot of your videos. I've been trying to keep an eye on your subscriber count. How close are you to 10,000? John, yeah, actually I have. I think this is number 4, I do believe. Getting there though, man. You're getting there. I think whenever I first started watching you, you were around 6,800. Yeah, John, you have. I've talked to you before in here. I mean, I've talked to you before in the comments, but I've seen in here. I cannot pronounce your name whatsoever, but how's it going? And yeah, same, Utah. I've been trying to focus on at least pushing out one a day. Today has been a good day. I recorded a video earlier, and then now I'm streaming. It's Aladdin. How's it going, man? I can't read your name. So, Utah, will I get uh copyrighted for it seeing my stuff? Hey, prepared father, how's it going? Your content is super clean though. Mine looks like it's made in a basement. You're too hard on yourself, man. And to be honest with you, I spent a lot of money in the beginning. So, like, I went and bought a GoPro. Hold on a second. Sorry, I have a wall mount. I had to unscrew it. So, but I bought a GoPro. This is the GoPro 13 Black. Um, got a mount for the car, so that way if I'm talking in the vehicle, one of these, and then this was only like 19 bucks, Utah, and it's totally worth it. It's from On, and all it is it's just like a collection of stuff for a GoPro, and you've got a chest rig, so it just goes around your chest, and you can mount your GoPro, and then a headband. This is what I use. Like anytime you ever watch one of my videos where I'm shooting on the range and it's like moving with me, aside from whenever my daughter's recording with me, this is what I'm using. So very useful and super cheap. The way I think of it is I'm planning on going the distance with this. So I figured I might as well spend the money now. Out of frame for a second. I'm hooking my GoPro back up. Holy crap. Okay. It's prep dad and tack dad. Yep. It's going great. That's great, man. How's the kiddos? Kiddos doing good? What the hell is going on? There we go. Funny how it is in a basement. Yeah. Yeah, the headband cam is awesome. Used to have a knockoff GoPro. Well, what happened to it? There's actually a lot of knockoff GoPros that, to be honest with you, based on reviews, some of them seem to be better than a GoPro. And yeah, Utah, you really should. I mean, as much as you post videos and stuff, like spend a little bit of money and get yourself some kit. I pay $9.99 a month, $9.99 a month for CapCut, and that's what I use to edit all of my videos. And then whenever you get a GoPro, you actually get it's called the Quick app, and you can download that, and whatever you record on your GoPro can automatically get transferred to your phone. And I do all my editing on my phone, so it's very user friendly. I mean, I'm not a tech savvy kind of person, and if I could figure it out, I know you can. My knockoff one was okay, but you could tell it wasn't an actual GoPro in quality. Yeah, we got a lot of dads in this chat. And yeah, I agree. Lighting and quality is very important. Bryce, what is your opinion on do-it-yourself painted AR-15s? Uh, really, to be honest with you, it's kind of based on just your artistic ability. But um, it as long as it serves its purpose, pay attention to the terrain in your area, and of course, you want to paint it the colors of that. And as long as it's camouflaged and you can't see it, or it's a real struggle to see it, you did a good job. So, but I've seen some really crappy paint jobs, and I've seen some very awesome paint jobs. And some of the cooler ones I've seen are just rattle can, like nothing fancy. Yeah, the Insta 360. I heard about that one too. I use the IG app for editing in Windows. What's the IG app? Instagram? That's another thing, guys. Like, do you think I should branch out and go to different social media platforms? Because, like, me in my personal life, I don't have any social media. Like, I've thought about making like an X account or an Instagram account. I initially tried making a TikTok account, but you can't even post like a picture of a gun on TikTok. Bryce says, "Yeah, I tried to, and this is my second and my FDE digital camo, and I sprayed matte clear, and only FDE bubbled up. I put it in the oven, hoping it would help, but it actually didn't wrinkle like I thought." Let me read that again. It bubbled up, and I put it in the oven, hoping it would help, and it actually didn't wrinkle like I thought. Were you wanting it to wrinkle, or were you hoping it was kind of gonna act like a powder coat and lay out and try to blend in? Also, I just want to say real quick, everybody that's hopping in, if this is your first time in here, if you love guns and you love America, double tap that screen and hit that subscribe button. Go and check out my videos. I got over 100 videos under my belt, so go feel free to go in there and check them out. If you like them, stick around. So Utah, who's going to do the next uh, drill? I think Dust Cover Actuals. I think he was the first one to post one, which I went back uh, not yesterday, but the day before, and I think he deleted that video. I'm pretty sure. No, didn't want wrinkles. It was just one out of four colors that tried to bubble up. I panicked, put it in the oven for an hour at about 180. Well, did it turn out how you liked it by the end of it? If not, you can just take a little bit of time and you know, just be thorough with some very high grit sandpaper and smooth out any blemishes that you don't like, and then just paint over it again. Deco TH9 picked up a Sostava M57 the other day. Having experience with Tokarev's, pretty excited to waste even more money on ammo. No, I do not have any experience with those, unfortunately. So, if I'm honest, I live in Illinois, and I can't have cool guns like that. Well, I can't have cool guns like that. I don't have any cool guns like that. Deco, I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down. Oh, Utah, thank you very much. Let's pin that. Bam. Deco, is that chambered in 7.62? Oh, Monster. Sorry, I just seen your message. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. If you're just popping in for the first time, double tap that screen, subscribe. If you love guns in America, go check out my videos. That's what I'm about. I like the 7.62 round. I got my SKS there. Super fun to shoot. I'm a definitely an AR guy. I really wish that the live stream chat had the translation button. It'd make it a lot easier. Yeah, sorry, Lucas. I can't understand what you're saying either. I saw the SKS looks very nice. Big on the commie guns. I appreciate all firearms, if I'm honest with you. Uh, you can't see it in the frame though, except for my Ruger SR 45 up there. That thing is a piece of crap. I've sent that thing to Ruger twice. I finally got it running right, but like after all of the problems it has given me, I will never trust that thing with my life. And yeah, I actually just picked the SKS up, oh, probably 2 months ago. Hey, Spaceman, welcome to the chat. Is there a firearm you wish to own but haven't purchased yet? A CZ Shadow 2, if I'm honest. I would love to have a CZ Shadow 2. Utah says, I mean, you know my rule. If there's something you don't like, it'll always find a good home here. Bryce, the AR I painted is mainly a novelty in memory of my stepson who passed in April at 11 years old, but I want it to be something he would think looks cool. I am super sorry for your loss, Bryce. I couldn't even imagine. I've got two girls, and uh, I can't even begin to fathom the pain from that. So, what kind of color scheme did you do on it? And Spaceman, yeah, I love CZs too. Actually, yeah, you can see it in the frame. Um, the rifle that's all the way on the right is a CZ 600 Alpha. That's a bolt action chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. CZ doesn't just make good pistols; they make great firearms in general. Young old head, the ramjet for the 43X is amazing. Really reduces recoil by a lot. Yeah, I've actually seen quite a few videos on the ramjet, and like I couldn't imagine how much better it feels. I can tell from the videos, the comparison videos. It seems like it really reduces recoil. I like my M14, my favorite from my year in Afghanistan. Too expensive though. If uh, if you served, man, and you went over to Afghanistan, thank you so much for your service. I unfortunately, so back in 2010, I tried going into the military. I did my ASVAB, and then I wanted to join the Army, and I went to MEPS and did all of that. I did good on my ASVAB, and but whenever I got done with MEPS, pretty much top floor, they were checking my eyes, and I've got a condition called Duane syndrome, which if I look to the right without turning my head, my left eye goes up. I knew this since I was very little, but I was hoping maybe it wasn't going to cause a problem. But in 2010, things were slowing down, and I don't know if they were just being picky at that time, but I get double vision with that eye, and so they didn't accept me, which was very frustrating because my grandpa Tiffany served in Vietnam. My dad served in Desert Storm. My brother joined and he did a tour in Iraq. You know, so we're a very, very big military family, and I would have loved to have the honor to serve my country. Digital camo and kind of tiger stripe on top. Just was painting and then tried to make Warren look. He likes those video games with crazy looking guns. Well, super cool, man. Super cool. Do you have a YouTube channel, Bryce? Do you have it on there? Because I'd love to hop on your channel and check it out. IG Care Edits. Thanks for showing me your whole machinery. Time to knock knock. That would probably be a very bad mistake on your part. Deco, God bless our vets. Amen. Yes, God bless our vets. Spaceman, damn, that sucks, bro. Sorry for that. They're sticklers at MEPS, but vision is something they don't mess around with. Lots of people who apply to be a pilot get turned away for vision. Yeah, I mean, I understand the, stipulations for vision as far as anything that has to do with Air Force and flying. But I was hoping maybe for just like, infantry or like logistics or diesel mechanic, anything like that, that it wouldn't really have mattered, but they didn't want me. Young old head, 14 and a half, super duty on LMT, Mars lower. Yeah, spaceman. Utah is in the Air Force. Tico, I got turned away for tattoos. Kind of gay, if you ask me. No way, really? My brother got a tattoo while he was over there. He has the Iraq map on his forearm, and it says Iraq veteran. Hey, Shed, welcome to the stream, dude. William Red, do I have a Mini 14? No, but that is actually a gun that I can own in the state of Illinois, and I am definitely trying to hunt one down. I want a good one. Oh, I mean, if you got tattoos on your neck and your face, I guess maybe I could understand that. Fizzy, hello. What is your gunman? If you're asking what my guns are, I'll just kind of point to them and show you here. So the one that's on the coffee table right here in front of me is just a Mossberg 715T. It is just a make believe AR that shoots 22. The rifle on the far left by the home of the Braves sign is a Savage 17 HMR. To the right of that is my Henry lever action 22 long rifle. Then you have my Chinese SKS, and then you have a Mossberg 590 12 gauge, and then you have a CZ 600 Alpha bolt action chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And then if you go on top of the shelf, you have a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 pistol, well, along with my Core Essentials belt and all my kit, and then a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9 Easy. I've got others, but they're not in the frame. Bryce, I would love to have a Mini 14. Yeah, yeah, I really do too. Get off there. Okay, Lucas, I don't know what's going on with you, but we can't understand you. I'm about to suspend you. A Mini 30. Shed, you'll have to enlighten me on a Mini 30. I don't even know what that is. Hey, J Dog, how's it going, man? I'm surprised you ain't streaming yourself. Did you get shadow banned again? Operator says, do you own a Ruger 1022? No, actually, I do not own a Ruger 1022. I kind of feel un-American for not having a Ruger 1022, but I feel like I make up for it with a Henry lever action 22. I will get one though. That's definitely on the list. Wow, really? A 7.62 Mini 14. All right, I'll have to check those out. I had no idea that that was a thing. To anybody that's jumping into the chat for the first time, if you haven't yet, double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to go check out one of my over 100 videos. If you like the content, stick around. Both Mini 14 and 30 mags suck. Well, do they just have problems with like failure to feed or failure to like lock the bolt back? I'd love to have a 30-30, but to be honest with you, for a lever action, if I was to get another one, My next one would probably be a 4570. They use an internal pin for retention. I got you. Kind of like the um, oh crap, the HD40. I think those have a pin in them as well. Fizzy, my dad has a 30-06, a 22, and a 12. Hey, that's really good. That's the basics right there. The only thing you're missing is seems like your dad likes the classic rounds. Needs to get himself a 45 ACP. Then his collection would be finished. And Bryce, yeah, yeah, they are low capacity, at least in today's standards. Well, at least the Mini 14 is. I don't know anything about the Mini 30. Shed will be able to enlighten you on that. Also, Shed, I really loved your comment. I was very curious as to what you were going to say on my last video whenever you sent me that message. Did you get my reply on that? Oh, you're from Quebec? All right, I got a question for the chat. What is everybody's favorite gun in their collection? Your all-time favorite gun? Ready, set, go. Sorry, I'm not good in English. I'm French and just turned 13. Hey, you're fine. You're fine. Wait a minute. You're 13 years old? Shadow Systems. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Shadow Systems. I do not own one. Fizzy, if I'm honest with you, you really shouldn't be in here. This isn't meant for kids. It's like a Glock. Yeah, yeah. I've Shadow Systems, the Dagger. Uh, I know that PSA gets shit on a lot, but like if you think about it, go back to the 1980s when Glock was like really starting to make its appearance. Like it was like PSA. The Glock got shit on a lot because it was cheap and it was plastic, polymer, and but I mean, look where it's at now. And to be honest with you, I feel like PSA is kind of just going to get better and better. And I have a feeling here in like 20 years, PSA will be a pretty big brand name. That's just my thoughts. Bye, Fizzy. Stephen M. I love guns. Well, good. You came to the right place. Let's talk about guns. What's your favorite? Well, operator, if you really like the dagger and you like it in OD green, there is a gentleman that is in this chat, and his name is Below Average Utah Dad. I actually have one of his comments pinned. I want you to go check him out, and if you haven't already, be sure to go check him out and subscribe to him because his CCW, he does carry a dagger and it's OD green. He's got good content. Kins Shar, got any Walters? No, I do not. I would really like to get the PPK though. It's such a beautiful pistol. I'll be honest with you, Kins. I actually just started my. I mean, I've had my Henry for a long time, and I had my Shield 1.0 for a long time, and that's kind of what I just had. I hadn't really delved deep into buying guns up until about 2 years ago. Um, so I'm just starting to branch out. I've got CZ, I've got Mossberg, um, SKS Type 56. I got some Ruger stuff. I've got Savage, Smith and Wesson, Spikes Tactical, stuff like that. Kens, what do you think about the TTI Combat? I want one so bad. I think they are freaking sweet. Actually, Ken, there's a guy on YouTube that did a, I think it's like a 1,500 round challenge, all in one video, no editing. So what he did is he made a like USPSA course, and he had 1,500 rounds worth of magazines loaded. And without stopping, he had buckets of water in between so he could dunk the gun to cool it down if he had to. And it was getting to the point with him wearing gloves, it was even getting too hot for him to hold. And he just went to town with it, and it never jammed, ever. You should go check that video out. That's actually what sold me on the TTI Combat. I already thought it looked awesome, but reliability, it sold me. Hey, Jolly, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Kens, did you check out the new Smith and Wesson steel frame spec VHD? Yes, I love that like purplish bluing. And the one thing that I heard is that not all of them are the same. The bluing can be like either light blue, dark blue, maybe even purple, because the bluing's inconsistent. And I actually love that. It kind of makes your gun your own. I've got the Smith and Wesson P2.0 metal. That's my concealed carry. I'm a huge Smith and Wesson guy. Utah operator WAG. I have that PSA. Yeah, Utah. I just told him to go check out your channel because that's what you have and what you carry. Killer, beautiful guns. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You got a Taurus G3? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I think that's probably the best pistol that Taurus has, in my opinion. Going pretty good. Just wanted to stop by and hit the thumbs up. Well, I appreciate it, Jolly. Thank you so much. Mine is more purple than blue. That's sweet. Yeah, because I would want one that's more purple as well. What's the stock mag capacity on those? Is it 20 rounds? I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, there you go. Jolly, I like my judge. I bet the person on the other end of that barrel wouldn't like your judge. Killer, I had my extractor side keep popping out. I had to make sure it's locked in. It was slamming the extractor and made sure I heard a pop. I was slamming the extractor, made sure I heard a pop. Okay, I'm in Hawaii, so we could only have 10 rounds, but it's 23 plus one. Wait a minute, Kens. So, oh yeah, so you can have threaded barrels in Hawaii, can't you? Because I'm in Illinois and we have a 15 round limit for pistols, but I can't have a Spec V because it has a threaded barrel. You're lucky. I mean, you're unlucky. You live in a horrible state that hates guns, but you're lucky that you can at least get a Spec V because I cannot. And operator, killer, all you guys, if you haven't already, double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button. If you guys like anything about guns in America, you are in the right place. I got over 100 videos under my belt, so feel free to go into my channel and check out videos there. To be honest, I'm not a FUD, but 20 rounds is more, or more is a little overkill on a pistol. Well, especially so the Spec V was actually meant to be more of a competition gun, so I understand the high magazine capacity. Now, as far as like concealed carry and actually carrying it on your person every day, I would also think that it might be just a little excessive, just for the weight, because the Spec V is all steel. So, I mean, it's already heavy to begin with. So, as far as like carrying it on me, you know, 10 to 15 hours a day, I would rather carry my Smith& and Wesson 2.0 metal, which has an aluminum lower. It's a little lighter. Jolly depends on the situation. Yeah, yeah, definitely does. I mean, if it was like a shit hits the fan situation, I had like a battle belt rig. If I had a Spec V with 20 rounds versus my metal that has 15, I would take my Spec V. Do you hunt and what caliber you prefer? I do hunt, but I don't hunt with guns. I actually hunt with my crossbow. I'll turn the camera real quick. Over there on my tripod, I've got a bow. I hunt with that. So, but if I had to pick a round to hunt with, if I could in Illinois, just from a ballistics standpoint, I would love to use my 6.5 Creed. Wag, I'm not on anything about mag restrictions, by the way. Oh, yeah, I understand. Jolly, I had a group of hogs come up on me and needed all the rounds I had. I have no doubt. Jolly, if you haven't, look up Tannerite versus hog videos. Those are epic. I watched one where a guy like put feed out and he put a huge jar of Tannerite in the center of it, and there was, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 hogs eating, and he shot that Tannerite. And I mean, you just seen pieces of hog go everywhere. And some people might think that that sounds cruel. And to any of you that don't know, Hogs down south are super invasive. They are a huge problem. Met the guy that started that at gun show. Oh, that's sweet. I actually am thinking about trying to get in on going to a shot show here soon. Maybe talking to some vendors and trying to get my name out there and stuff. I'm hoping I can break 1,000 subscribers before the next one and then get out there. And super aggressive. Yeah, yeah. I haven't been personally up close to them, but my boss and I were talking about going down to Texas and doing a hog hunt for a week. And we've done a lot of research. Corey, shout out from Alabama. Hey man, how's it going? Jolly, if you don't mind me asking, where does he go? Because I mean, there's a lot of different places that offer hog hunts and like choppers and all that stuff. Corey says hogs are horrible on our property. Yeah, in Alabama, I'm sure. Corey, do you know Foxtrotter Six? He's another YouTuber. He does hog hunts and stuff, and he does a lot of coyote hunting. Wag. I've been trying to get my hands on a used JPC 2.0 in combat. Jolly, what do you mean by no shot show? Junior, you're a really friendly guy. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I strive to be as nice as I can be. I'm not I'm not a mean person. Here I am in a room with a whole bunch of guns and like bulletproof vests and thousands of rounds of ammunition, but I'm not a angry guy. Kindle. I just got back from hunting in South Africa. No shit. That's super cool. What were you hunting? Wag if I did like 600 bucks and above. Wow. My buddy goes shot show every year, not hog hunting. Oh, I got you. Is shot show only in California or do they have other ones? Silent J, I have 7 BB guns in my room. Well, you got me beat because I have two. Oh, nope, sorry. Three. I've got a pistol down there. You can't really see it in the frame. It's just above the America sign. That's a BB gun up there. That's my original BB gun from whenever I was a kid. I won't ask. So I won't ask. People ask what's the limit on hogs. It depends on how many bullets you have. Yeah, Kindle, I got 5 animals in 10 days. Ellen, kudu, black wildebeest, springbok, and impala. Took my mom with me. With me. She got an impala and zebra. That's awesome. Super cool. I would love. Do you have like a headroom or anything? Does it look like the one guys from Ace Ventura? Darth Nerd Jew. I'm not a Jew, actually. I'm Dutch and German. I just realized how bad that sounded whenever I said I was German. My trophy room is turning into that slowly. I bet. But that's super awesome. Super awesome. What do you guys, is any of those uh, worth eating? Like, is the Impala, is it kind of similar to deer? I'm out later, man. Have a great live. Catch you next time. See you, Jolly. Appreciate you jumping in, man. Get some rest. To everybody else, if you haven't, double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button. Go check out some of my videos. I got over 100 in there for you guys to check out if you like it, and then stick around. This is 100% a gun tuber channel. It's anything and everything guns. All of the meat is amazing. My favorite is the Eland. I hope I'm saying that right, either Eland or Eland. It's like tender beef. Sadly, you can't bring the meat home, so we donate it to the locals. That's awesome. That's awesome. To be honest with you, I would feel better about doing that than taking it home with me, because I know some of those local villages and stuff down there are littered with poverty. People here at home in America complain about what they got and everything, and they're happy to just have food. Eland. Eland. I don't even know what animal that is, by the way. I'm going to have to look that up. Between my mom and me, we donated 1,500 pounds of meat. Super cool. I bet they were super grateful. Did you get to keep the heads, though? Or the hides? Operator, what's your favorite type of red dot or holographic? Okay. So my favorite red dot, I'll do pistol and then I'll do rifle. Uh, so I'm a huge Vortex guy, and the reason why I am is I have I've only ever had one of them break on me, and Vortex has probably the best customer service I have ever been a part of. So for my pistol, I use a Vortex Defender XL. Absolutely love this. I've got just shy of 3,000 rounds out of my pistol. Hasn't lost zero. I zeroed it day one. I haven't touched it since, and it's got shake awake, all the good stuff for concealed carry, and it's never let me down. And then for my AR, oh, sorry, I'm in Illinois. I don't have an AR. Uh, I use a Vortex Strikefire 2, and the story behind that is I had a Strikefire 1, and it finally broke on me. So I got a hold of Vortex, and they, without question, sent me a box. I sent them the original. They said that they don't make the Strikefire ones anymore, so they sent me a Strikefire 2 for free. I didn't pay a dime. Eland is the world's largest antelope, weighing nearly 2,000 pounds. We are getting the hides and the skulls back in about a year. Super cool. At least you get to keep something out of it. Kindle, I love Vortex for my duty handgun. I have a Sig Romeo Pro 1. Yeah, I like Sig as well. I haven't personally owned one. I've shot, so I've got buddies, of course, that own guns, and one of my friends is a huge Sig guy as far as optics. He owns a Sig. I can't remember what it is. It's 10 millimeter, but it looks like a 1911. Um, Super nice pistol. No 320s though. But he likes Sig optics, and I do too. The glass is very crisp. You know, I'm just a sucker for Vortex. Dust cover, how's it going, man? Welcome to my stream. We'll just go back and forth on that. Operator, dude, we have the same sight, and I love Vortex for my pistol. So we have the same pistol dot or the same rifle dot. Kendall, what do you mean by XDM? XDM? Hannibaro, why no 320s, man? Well, I like my junk, and I have kids in the house. And if there is a pistol that likes to go off by itself, and the company vows that it cannot, but it's been proven that it does, then I don't want one. Dust cover, I'm freaking smoked, dude. I went to the range today to knock out this review for this battle belt. Came out pretty damn good. Just finished editing it. I'm about to upload it now. Sweet. So after I get done with the stream tonight, I will have something to chill out in bed and watch then. I actually checked your channel today because I hadn't seen much out of you on YouTube. And I went and checked your videos and I didn't see anything new. I'm super excited to go watch it. Your buddy's handgun, is it the XDM? Maybe. I don't know. Uh, it's polished stainless, had Hogue grips, looked exactly like a 1911 except it shot 10 mil. And it makes sense. I bought 3LE trade and ones haven't had issues though, but I guess it's personal preference. Yeah, I mean it's just safety. You know, if you want to, you can do some research on that. There's been a lot of problems. There was actually just another uh, malfunction, or I don't know what you want to call it, negligent discharge, but it wasn't like it wasn't because of negligence. It just went off on its own. Everyone wants to love the 320, but it just goes off by itself. And you know, like I want to love the 322. It is a beautiful pistol. It really is. The only part that frustrates me is Sig denies it. And they ended up changing their rules in the pamphlet. So whenever you buy a Sig P320, it says to not carry around in the chamber, you know, which we all do. And I don't know. If they would have just addressed it and been like, "Hey, we're you know so sorry," and like uh, repo all of the pistols and redesign the internals if you have to. The people that bought one, you can issue them a new one. Blah blah blah. Like if they would have done it the right way, then I, after they got it corrected, I would probably buy one. But the fact that they're just denying it is ridiculous. Joe DeGard, 18,000 P320s have had negligent discharges. There was an article about it. It said something about SIG possibly stopping production to figure out the issue. And I hope that they do. But again, like it pisses me off that they just deny it. It's like you're meaning to tell me that every single one of these people have negligent discharges because of what they did. And then you go and look at Glock. Like Glocks don't go off by themselves. Smith and Wessons don't go off by themselves. You don't hear about Rugers going off by themselves. Why are you not hearing it about any other pistol except the Sig P320? Kendall, I'm going to be selling my 320 here soon as I get a different for my duty handgun for security. Yeah, I would get away from that 320. I really would. I wouldn't trust it. Accidental discharge. There you go. That's better. Monkey Mayhem. Cool guns. Thanks. Appreciate it. If you want to know either what they are or whatever, which one, let me know. We'll talk about it. I wanted an M18, but I don't know. The M18s are super nice too. I wouldn't mind having one. Even the military had issues with it. Yeah, I love a lot of hunting. I am from the state of Virginia. Beautiful state, beautiful country. Joe DeGard, or the fact that they say everyone was because of the wrong holsters, right? Yeah, I'm sure all those people had the wrong holster and exactly no other companies. Yeah, you can't hide from facts. And I would respect them if they would just own up and say, "All right, listen, guys, we fucked up. Please send all of your 320s in. We will figure out what's causing it, redesign it, and we will send you out a new one." I would have 100% supported them for that. I mean, because accidents do happen. There could be engineering issues that they didn't catch. It happens all the time in every other uh, product that comes out to the consumer. Exactly. It was the gun malfunctioning, not the holsters. Maybe a few, but on a grand scale, it's the gun. Yeah, like that one, the first video that started going around, that police officer that had it holstered, and he just like went to go bend down, and he had a battle belt. So I mean, his gun was pushed out from his hip a little bit. There was no way that thing got caught on the booger hook or anything, or even if they traded for a P365 or something similar. Yeah, I really actually before the whole Sig P320 thing happened, I was looking at the P365 Legion, but now after they pulled this crap, I'm not owning a Sig. Maybe down the road I will if they do it right, but as of right now, I will not buy a Sig. I've got my two daughters in this house and my wife. No, thank you. Also, if you guys haven't already, be sure to double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button. I got over 100 videos under my belt, so feel free after the stream to jump in there and check them out. I enjoy constructive criticism. I'm a newer YouTuber. I've only been doing this about 2.5 months, sitting at, I think, 340 something subscribers. So, working on editing and all that stuff, my videos are getting better as of late. Did you see the one with the guy on the range? They were standing around on the line and the round went off the range officer's head. Was that a 320? He just knew it. Yes, I did. I saw that one. Yeah, and he's like, give me that gun. And he took it and he emptied it and like took the magazine out and handed it to him in pieces. And yeah, he was like, get it off my range. I don't like public ranges. I really don't. I've got my own range, and so I don't have to deal with anybody. Whenever I went and did my concealed carry class, we had some people there that seriously should have never had a pistol, and they're going to be carrying one. Scares the crap out of me to have those kind of people standing right next to me. And it might be slightly controversial, um, but I'm not opting for gun control, so calm down. But I think that there should be some training involved. Like whenever it comes to concealed carry, seriously, I went to that class and there were people in there, I swear, that like just went and bought their first gun like 2 days prior to the class, and then were doing concealed carry classes and they didn't even know how to operate their pistol. If you're that bad, you shouldn't even be able to do that class. Like you're going to be risking lives around you in the event that you have to use it because you don't know what you're doing. Yep, crazy. I got my wife the 365 XL Rose the other day, and I will be honest, the whole 320 situation makes me hesitant. I still got it, and it's great, but I do prefer Glocks. That's just me, though. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Joe. I don't have a Glock either, but it's not that I'm not a Glock guy. I enjoy Glocks. I've shot plenty of them. I just don't own one. If you actually go and check my videos, I think it was probably 5 or 6 videos ago. I've been eyeballing the Glock 17, the Glock 19, and the Glock 21, and I don't really know which one I want to get. I'm leaning more towards the Glock 19 because I'd like to have an option, like another option for concealed carry. And I asked for my subscribers to vote, and they all hopped in the comments, and the majority of everybody's saying to go with a Glock 19. So I might get one. Kindle. When I was training with my security company, I had too many flag me with their finger on the trigger. Yeah. I mean, it's just stupid crap like that that was happening at that class. 19X is bread and butter. Okay, so answer me this, Joe. What is the difference between a Glock 19 and a Glock 19X? I'm not a Glock fan at all due to their trigger. Um, I've felt worse triggers, really. I have. I could hand you my Smith& and Wesson M&P Shield, the 1.0, and that is a god awful trigger. It is gritty, inconsistent, but in the heat of the moment, you're not going to be paying attention to that trigger. You're going to have a guy 5 to 7 feet from you. You pull your gun and you just start hammering that trigger away, you're not going to think about it. You just want a gun that's going to work, and Glocks work. And you could also spend a little bit of money and throw an Apex trigger in it if you wanted to. Joe, 19X has the 17 frame with the 19 recoil spring. Oh, slide. Okay. So then what's the 43X? Because I thought the 43X was this, or is the 43X the 19 frame with the 17 slide? Caden Lloyd, might sound crazy, but I have 5 Glocks and 1 Sig. My 3 P320 M18 with manual safety is by far my favorite. I mean, it doesn't sound crazy. This just came to fruition with the whole accidental discharge crap. The Sig P320 has been around for forever. So I wouldn't carry it Pendix or carry it around loaded with one in the chamber. For now, anyway. That would just be me. The 45 is essentially the same thing as the 19X. I got you. I can't keep up with Glock and their names for their pistols. Kindle, my M&P Shield has a great trigger personally. Is it the 1.0 or the 2.0 Kindle? Because the 2.0, that's a huge difference. The triggers in those are great. Just different color and no serrations. 19X, what the 45 does. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I definitely, actually, I just did a video tonight talking about my favorite feature on modern pistols is the front slide serrations. Well, well, well. How's it going, Ammo? Don't be bringing your YouTube bad luck in here. We ain't talking about full autos or anything. I don't know. I think 1.0, but I bought it, used from a buddy, and he didn't tell me 1.0 or 2.0. Well, it actually says it on the slide, Kindle. You're fixing to get a strike right now. Okay. If I do, I'm gonna laugh so hard, but then bitch in our signal chat. Joe, I live in Illinois, unfortunately. It's crap here. Can't really own too much fun stuff, but I make do. I will look once I get back to my truck. Yeah, if it's the 2.0, then I could understand why the trigger's good. I mean, if it's a 1.0 and the trigger's good, you just lucked out and got a good trigger. So, but my 1.0 that I've got, I've probably got close to 2,000 rounds in it, and the trigger has not gotten any better. It's horrible. And that's speaking of triggers, that's another reason why I want that Canic TTI Combat. Trigger in that's insane. But I have to get back to work. It was awesome to meet you. Hey, it was good to meet you too, Kendall. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button before you leave so we can chat again. Michigan for you. So you're not much better. So Ammo, how's it going for you? I know you've had kind of a crappy day. I am subscribed now. Let me know if you're ever in Colorado. Will do. Red flag laws is as bad as it gets here right now. No assault weapon ban yet, anyways. Yeah, I mean, if you can get Waltz out of there, your chances are better. We've got a lawsuit that just got put in place here in Illinois. So hopefully we can get our ban lifted. So, and if we do, you will know it because I'm going to post one hell of a video on YouTube breaking out my AR-15s that I don't have. Yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous. Like on one hand, they say that you can't ban something that's in common use, but they do anyway. And then Illinois wanted to do a registry, which this was the biggest smack in the face to Pritzker. So it was he did the ban in 2023, and it was by January of 2024. People were supposed to register their semi-automatic rifles, their AKs, AR-15s, all that. And I think it was 3.36% of all the known AR-15s or semi-automatic rifles in general that were known to be purchased in Illinois were registered. and I'm in one of the counties that is part of the lawsuit, and they said that they will not be enforcing the gun ban because it's unconstitutional. So at least I have my county fighting for our rights. Registries are insane. They already have it. We know they do. Yeah, yep, they do. Well, I mean, especially now after the when the bill got passed and they removed that $200 tax stamp from short-barreled rifles and shotguns and suppressors. Now that's just a registry, but the Supreme Court ruled that to be unconstitutional. So there's a lawsuit out for the NFA. So I'm hoping that all gets shut down too, but it probably won't. Christian, where did you get your shotgun sling? So my local gun shop, I went and picked that up. Um, I can't remember the brand off the top of my head, uh, and I can't grab the gun to look at it. So, Christian, if you want to subscribe to my channel, go into my videos. You'll find a couple of them with the shotgun in it. It'll be like in the thumbnail. Comment on one of those videos asking this same question, and after the stream, look at it and I'll get you the answer. It's a pretty sick sling, though. What's even crazier is, can you imagine what the tax stamp would be if they increased it with inflation over the years? Yeah, dude. So I didn't realize that that $200 tax stamp was 200 fucking dollars in 1937. Like that's insane. I thought it had already been going up. I didn't know that they started it at $200 back then. Subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, be sure to jump into one of those and I'll reply to you so you can get the brand name. But so glad they removed it. The wait times are not low right now. Well, that's good. Here in Illinois, you got to wait 72 hours to pick up a gun you buy. Um, but I've heard some horror stories as far as how long it took some people to get uh, their suppressors and stuff. Talking like 6 to 9 months. Yeah, 72 hours. So the reason we chose to do that is because they didn't want you to get into like a heated exchange, go to a gun store, buy a gun, then go use it. And the dumbasses couldn't even think that, you know, people that already own guns, like I've got all these, and yet you're worried about me going to a gun store and buying a gun and then going and doing harm with it. So you're making me wait 3 days, but I have multiple guns at home. Makes no sense. So Joe, I'm assuming you don't have a waiting period at all in Michigan. I figured you guys probably did with Walt's in office. So what's all your guys' EDCs? What do you guys carry? Let's put it this way. I bought two guns on Friday and it took me 25 minutes. Fastest I ever seen a back was my cousin's. It took him 5 minutes. That's awesome. That's how it should be. It's ridiculous. You have no idea the feeling of, getting your money together and like going and looking at a gun that you've been eyeballing forever, and then you buy it and you can't even go home with it, and you have to wait 3 days. And then if it falls on a weekend, it doesn't count. So it's like even longer. It's ridiculous. CCW in Free State of Dunsky. Right now, I'm in between the 19X and the 17, kind of just feeling them out, but honestly leaning towards the 19X. I could see that. Um, so I have a Smith& and Wesson M&P Shield 9 Easy. They kind of dubbed that a lady's gun, but to be honest with you, the reason why they call it easy is because it's very easy to manipulate. And I put tritium night sights on it. I've got a light, and uh, it's such a smooth shooting gun, and it fits in my hand perfect. It's super easy to manipulate, and so I feel like it's a perfect carry pistol, to be honest with you. But usually I carry my M&P metal, uh, but the M&P metal's a little bigger. So if I'm just wearing a t-shirt and it's hot outside, um, I might carry the easy instead, just because it's a little slimmer. Christian just purchased a Stoger M3000 shotgun and love it. Would recommend basically Benelli owns Stronger or owns Stoger, and they made a clone for $700 and just shot beautifully at the range today. That's awesome. I love Benelli's. What holster am I running? So for my Smith& and Wesson, the Easy 9 millimeter, I'm using a We the People holster, and then my metal, I'm using the controversial T-Rex Arms sidecar holster. Actually, it doesn't have a gun in it, so I can grab it and show it to you if I have it down here. I think I do. Crap. No, I don't. Nope. I guess it's upstairs. Is it the state license you're saying? Yeah, so in Illinois, we have a FOID card. So you even need to get a license to exercise a right in Illinois. But even after doing that, then you buy a gun. So you have to pay for a FOID card, and then you have to wait for the FOID card to come in before you can buy a gun. And then you can buy said gun, and then you have to wait another 3 days to pick up the gun. Message redacted. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, shall not be infringed. 100%. But they're not listening. Yep, it's a very stupid procedure. How's it going, message? I'm doing good, man. Just chilling, hanging out with all you all gun lovers. Or sorry, what my title say, filthy gun lovers. Except for Utah. He's an Air Force man anyway. He can't be filthy. Air Force, they're like royalty of the military. And all you guys always have fancy mustaches. A guy decided to upgrade a camo Beretta A300, so I might be getting a sweet deal on a gray one. Oh shit, yeah, that's awesome. Can't wait to see that on the channel. So does Illinois have a rifle belt, meaning a hunting line where you can use rifles for certain game? Michigan has it. Um, if you're meaning semi-automatic rifles, no, like AR-15s or AR-10s or anything like that, no. As far as I know, there are featureless options which don't have a pistol grip. They have either a 10 round magazine or like a fixed magazine. You can use those. It's dumb. It's pretty much pointless. That's the reason why I don't hunt with guns. Because I would like to hunt coyotes, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, you can use a bolt gun, which was the intended purchase of that 6.5 Creed. But then after the purchase, I found out that in Illinois, they do not allow you to hunt with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Yeah, I love 6.5 Creed. To be honest with you, it's a flatter shooting, more accurate 308. So I would love to have an AR-10. I would love to have an M110. That's not going to happen, but uh, PSA actually has an M110 clone that I wouldn't mind having, and I'd like to have it in 308 and have like a good DMR build, and then save the 6.5 Creedmoor for my precision shooting. Me too. 6.5 is amazing balls. Yes, it is. Utah, you got a 6.5 Creed? How are you? What you do? That's a lot of guns. Yes, it is a lot of guns. And I'm just a gun tuber. I got a Savage 6.5 Creed. Yeah, I the only Savage I got is my 17 HMR, but my neighbor has a Savage 223. I like it too. It's a good shooting gun. I would assume the 6.5 Creed is just as good. That CZ has an adjustable trigger, and right now it has three settings. It is a 1.2 pound trigger pull, a 3 pound trigger pull, and then a 5 pound trigger pull. Those are the three settings you can have. I'm on setting one, so it's super light. I would not hunt with it on that setting. Precision shooting, just like propped up on a table or something. I love that first setting. But if I ever end up using it where I have to carry it with me, I'm gonna adjust it. But it's a super, super crisp trigger. Yes, they do. Are you thinking about getting into guns? Well, all right, guys. Hey, it is creeping on 10:30, and oh, well, here, hold on a second. I run a Bagheera B14 G700 chassis, POF Revolution, and 6.5. 6.5 ruined the 308 for me. From a precision standpoint, I can understand that part. But 6.5 Creed is freaking expensive, man. It's so expensive. And as far as 308 for a DMR platform, like a good battle rifle, I still think 308 is better. So, but if you're just doing precision shooting, I could 100% understand how 6.5 Creed can ruin it for you. Mossberg Patriot, such a beautiful rifle. I'll have to, I'll have to look at that. So, but anyway, guys, I am creeping on 10:30. I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the stream down. I really appreciate you guys chit-chatting with me. Before you go, if you hadn't yet, double tap that screen and hit that subscribe button. So I usually try to stream at least once a week, so that way I can hop in and chit-chat with all of you. So I will catch all of you guys later, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.